What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we'll be talking about the Season 1 Outcomes Report on customization that 343 just released today. Before we get started, please don't mind my dirty ass room. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I haven't cleaned it, and yes, I know this jersey is too big, but I didn't want to look basic, and I just decided to throw on a jersey. It's big on me, but I think it looks nice. It's a Mighty Ducks District 5 jersey, so I think it's pretty sick. Anyway, so 343 actually did release a blog about something that I was wondering about: customization and the battle pass and all that type of stuff, because I think customization for me is pretty important. I like customization. I think customization makes a game really fun. In a game like Halo, if you have good customization, I think it can be a lot of fun to collect these different types of pieces. Obviously, that's not the case in Halo Infinite, because even if you play the game, you won't get any customization. You gotta shell out some money. Previous Halo games, it was fun because you could get points, or let's say get rec points, open up packs, get customization. In Halo Reach, you level up, you get those credits, and you can go and buy stuff from the shop. Same with MCC. You go through the battle pass, and I think it's a lot of fun to level up in Halo games because you just get so much cool armor, and Halo Infinite has been lacking that aspect. You basically just unlock a lot of stuff through the item shop. But anyways, let's get into this blog and see what they're talking about. Alright, so here's what they say. So this week we're doing another outcomes report, almost like a part 2, and it's focused on our live team's responsibilities. In it, we'll cover feedback on Halo Infinite's customization, shop, battle pass, progression, challenges, ultimate rewards, events, theater, observer mode, and more. Once again, I'll go through things that I find personally the most important. Stuff that I don't really care about, I'll just skip over it. Alright, so here's the first thing that they talk about. They talk about the shop. So, bundles will have more consistent value across different offerings. Here's the thing. Before I even read this entire thing, I'm not exactly, through the roof through this. I don't think we should applaud 343 for coming up with these fixes to customization. I just personally think that they should have done this shit from the start instead of waiting to see how people react to it. They know fully damn well that the shop that they made at the beginning of the game was the worst shop ever created in any gaming history. And now they're trying to act like we're saviors, we're fixing the game up. You're not fixing shit, you're doing what you should have done from the very start. So no applause to you. I am not going to congratulate 343 on fixing these things that should have been fixed a while ago. Alright, here it says Battle Pass and Progression. Season 2's free track will have more customization content than Season 1's, so you'll get more free items. Players can earn 1,000 credits in the Season 2 Premium Battle Pass. Weekly challenges will see continued improvements, which is good because we need improvements. Okay, weekly challenges have been so ass. Ultimate rewards will be higher value cosmetics such as visors, coatings, and stances, and no longer have emblems or backdrops throughout the course of the season. This is actually kind of good. I respect that, and I'm glad that they're going to be putting in more visors and coatings and stances. Like, that's what we need. We don't need emblems. No one gives a shit about emblems. Also, I want to talk about the 1,000 credits. That's kind of interesting. I thought it would be a little bit more, but these 1,000 credits, it's just enough for you to get the next battle pass if you don't spend any of the credits. But this is not enough for you to just like save up continuously and be able to buy stuff from the item shop. I mean, obviously you can buy stuff with it, but then you won't be able to get the battle pass. Alright, so here's their feedback and then their response. Just like last video, feedback. Players want to be able to use customization content across different cores. Cross-core customization. Players want items that make up a kit to be able to be used individually. Many would like to use multiple attachments on their vehicles, weapons, and Spartans. Desire for more and higher value customization content through free methods. Watchdog and Redshift armor coatings do not look like what it was shown in 2020. Now, I'm going to kind of pitch on the last one. I do agree with that. I think the Redshift and the Watchdog were kind of disappointing. The Redshift seems way too clean. It doesn't feel as battle worn as they showed it off to be. Same thing with the Watchdog. I mean, they showed it off to be some cool looking coating, some battle worn coating, but it just came out to be shit. I don't have the Watchdog. I'm not 152 in Halo 5. Alright, so this is their response on cross-core customization. Enabling customization across different armor cores has been the largest point of feedback when it comes to customization. We agree that there is room to have better customization by lifting core restrictions where possible. So here's the problem. Who in the right mind thought that having these cores is a good idea? Who at 343 thought this was, oh yeah, this is so good, they're gonna love this? For right now, we're pursuing options that will allow players to use certain customization items on different cores. So this is where I'm going to call bullshit, because they have not been doing that. The items that have been coming out into the shop, some of the bundles have had 3 different coatings, which can be usable on all 3 cores. Technically, it's 1 coating, but they make it seem like, oh, it's 3 different coatings. They have been doing that, but I think that's a fucking joke because they haven't done that for every single bundle, and they should have just done that from the start. I don't know why this is such a crazy thing that we're thinking of right now. I mean, this is just, come on, this is so easy to think of from the very start. This shouldn't be something that you get through feedback. Due to the way the core system was initially built, which was built on fucking a very shitty system, getting items to work on various cores will take time, may not even be possible for all items. Now that makes sense. I guess a lot of the Yoroi items will not be usable on older cores, but it would make a lot more sense if you could use the helmets on from the Yoroi on other cores. Like, that makes sense. I get that. Why not use the swords on the other cores? Why not? You can also use the shoulder pads. I mean, that makes sense. Why would there be a limit on that? I honestly, at the moment, can't think of a single thing that wouldn't work for cross-core. Maybe the visors, because some of the visors are so damn similar that it's just a fucking joke how similar these are. But I think other items like shoulder pads, knee pads, helmets, the swords, I think that can easily be cross-core. I don't see the problem with that. If they don't do it, holy shit, that's just lazy as fuck. So it may not be possible for all items and will likely require us to do it piece by piece. As we investigate what expanding to cross-core customization will require from a tech perspective, our initial focus is on enabling as many helmets, visors, and armor coatings across different cores as possible. In short, our goal is that we will be incrementally moving to a model that has coatings and visors working across all cores, with helmets and chest gear working across cannon cores as our first focus changes to make in the system. Guys, I'm not even going to say congratulations or good job 343 because this should have been done from the start. I think this is a fucking joke that this is even feedback. This should have been thought through from the beginning. This shouldn't be something that we have to suffer through with this horrible customization system. Next up, players want items that make up a kit to be able to be used individually. I don't own any of the kits, so I'm not exactly familiar with what's happening here, but I'm guessing you cannot use these items with other helmets or other shoulder pads. It's only usable on what you see down here. Alright, so this one is one that I'm actually very interested in, and I talked about it in so many of my item shop reviews. Using multiple attachments on their vehicles, weapons, and Spartans. The fact that we can't even do that, like, come on. Like, the vehicles have literally stuff that can be put on at the front and on the wheels, but you can only use one. Why was that not like figured out from the start? So using multiple armor attachments, weapon models, or vehicle model changes when they don't overlap with one another is also asked for frequently. Our focus is currently set on cross-core customization and kits, but we want to acknowledge this and we'll see what we can do. Basically, we're not going to do anything at the moment. Come on, 343. It's a waste of fucking money to buy any of the vehicle attachments because you cannot use them. You can only use one at a time. Like, what's the point? You can just buy one bundle, but there's no point of buying the other ones because you can't use all of them at once. Desire for more and higher value customization content through free methods. Well, Halo has always been about customization, so let's see what they say here. During Season 1, it became apparent that players wanted more free, high-quality customization content to chase, earn, and wear. Come on, guys. Apparent? Are you kidding me? This has been known since, like, the beginning of Halo that people love customization. Why are we only figuring this out now? That, like, oh, players want free customization? They don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on, like, armor that was free in previous games? This is a fucking joke, seriously. As a result of that feedback, we updated the Tenrai event pass after its first week to remove double XP boosts and challenge swaps and add even more customization content. We also reevaluated the event passes for Cyber Showdown and Tactical Ops to ensure that they met player expectations for rewards as well. Season 2 will improve on free experience by slowly removing armor core limitations to enable more customization options with those free items, having better customization items as weekly ultimate rewards, and having even more customization content in event passes and the free track of the battle pass. We'll share more specifics in the battle pass and progression system below. Alright, and here's some feedback on the Watchdog and the Redshift coating. Last but certainly not least, we've seen the request to have the Watchdog and Redshift armor coatings more closely reflect the initial renders we released in 2020. We want to make this right in a future update. So, just a little side thing. Why are they not right from the very start? Why would you release an item that looks nothing like the initial renders that you guys did? Why? Like, you have it made. Why not just release how you have it made? Why would you switch it? Alright, so let's talk about the shop. As you guys know, I love buying shit from the shop. I love wasting my money and giving it to 343. But let's take a look at what they say here. So the feedback is the price of shop offers can vary between offers seen as having similar value. And another piece of feedback is desire for more purchase options, including a higher rate of rotation and allowing the purchase of individual items within bundles. Now, I will agree about the rotation. I feel like a weekly rotation is fine, but the daily rotation kind of sucks. For the last couple of weeks, they've only been having 2 items rotate in and out in the daily. Like, I think maybe it's been 3, but it hasn't been really changing as much as I thought it would. So let's take a look at the price values. Our shop values. After launch, we received lots of feedback around our shop bundles and pricing. Since then, we started selling items individually when possible. Tried to better standardize pricing based on value and focus on reducing prices across the board. We'll continue to gather these learnings throughout the season and we'll carry them forward into the future. Basically, like nothing new. We already knew this, that they're trying to fix item shop prices, but this says nothing to us. All right, so desire for more purchase options, including a high rate of rotation. We also agree with all this feedback around allowing the purchase of specific items within bundles, increasing the rate of offer, refreshes, and even potentially adding a second page. We'll be looking to improve these aspects of the shop in future updates. So they're just acknowledging that, like, okay, yeah, we understand. I don't think they should allow individual purchases of like an item. So let's say you have a bundle and there's a visor, shoulder pads, and all that. I don't think it's a good idea if you just do like, okay, only the shoulder pads. I only want the shoulder pads, because then the value is just kind of not there. I think it's more valuable if you buy the entire bundle. I think that makes more sense. If you just buy the shoulder pads individually, I feel like you're going to be losing out and losing a lot of the value that you could get if you just paid the full price. All right, battle pass and progression. So battle pass and progression has been a huge debate and a pretty big topic in the Halo community. It's time for them to address it. So let's see what they say. So desire for a career progression system separate from the battle pass, award per match XP that takes performance into account. Holy shit, we had that in Halo 5. Why don't we have that now? Come on, are we not taking notes from previous games that did well? Halo 5 multiplayer was absolutely amazing. Are we not taking notes from that? Why are we just forgetting everything that Halo 5 did? Players want the battle pass to contain more value across both free and premium tracks. Some challenges can be too situational, such as the Killjoy challenges. Okay, makes sense. Some challenges can be misconfigured or worded in a way that results in players not making progress when expected. Value of ultimate rewards varies too much. Desire for consistent higher value rewards. Double XP boost running off time is not preferred. Alright, so here's the career progression part. A career progression system is in the design phase right now. We want to nail it out of the gate, and that's going to take some time. I'm going to take an assumption and say Season 3, Season 4 it's going to come out. So there's literally no point of playing the game once you beat everything or you unlock everything, because you're just not making any career progress. You're not getting a higher rank. There's nothing to play for. Award per match XP that takes performance into account. Additionally, we know there's a desire for per match XP, which also leverages performance to plug into the system, as well as the battle pass. Per match XP is on the way and will land this year. So probably not in season 2, probably not in season 3. I mean, they say land this year. That could be like the end of the year. Like, holy shit, we got a long wait ahead of us. Players want the battle pass to contain more value across both free and premium tracks. Alright, so I'm not going to go over the other things because I think the other things are just kind of self-explanatory. I don't really want to comment on it. But here we have some good stuff. The first 5 weeks of Ultimate Rewards in Season 2. So the Sentry Stance, the Battleship Haze AR coding, the Alabaster Razorback coding, the Amber Yesterday Visor, and the Spring Mountain Stance. So I think it's pretty good. They're switching it up. I mean, they should have done this from the start. Did they really think that people were going to, go crazy for, what was it, backdrops and like player cards? No one cares. I have not earned a single player card from the weekly rewards. Alright, so let's talk about events. So there's a desire to have more modes from events persist in some fashion after the event ends. Winter Contingency was good, but not having an event pass to track progress was confusing. I didn't even complete Winter Contingency, sadly. I kind of got bored at that time. Event challenges can get stuck behind regular challenges, meaning players need to leave the event before they can return. Tenrai is fun, but limiting progress per week made it feel tedious at times. I kind of agree. Reoccurring Tenrai events are appreciated by players who miss them or could not maximize progress in a week, but it's not as appreciated by highly active players. Now, I do agree with this. I did not finish the Tenrai event instantly. I could not bring myself to do it. I brought myself to do it in the 5th week. I finally got it done. But before that, I couldn't. So I'm actually really glad they brought it back because I did want the items. I really, really did. And I'm really glad they brought it back. And I think this is something that they should continue. They should keep bringing back old events. At least bring that for a couple of weeks. That will give time for players to finish it. Alright, and that's basically the end. I mean, they didn't really talk about too much towards the end. I just kind of skipped a lot of it, but here's what they said. Thank you for reading our second live focus outcomes for season 1. This was essentially a part 2 to last week's outcome log, covering the rest of the multiplayer experience. If you missed it, be sure to check it out on Halo Waypoint. So this is what I have to say. I am not extremely happy with the way they're handling this. I feel like customization, like I said, it's a huge part of the game, and it's what makes me like Halo and want to actually play it. To customize my Spartan and unlock things. I think this entire blog was just bullshit to read. Same as the last blog. It was kind of annoying. I mean, all they're saying is, we hear you, but we don't have anything planned for now. And I really hate their take on cross-core and all that. Like, they're acting like we should applaud them for doing this, when in reality, they should have done cross-core customization from the start. It should have been there day one. Okay? Normal shop prices should have been there day one. We shouldn't have to give you guys feedback for this. You guys should know this on your own. You're a gaming company. You guys have over 1,000 employees. Surely someone should have come up with this and said, like, okay, I don't think it's a good idea to have items limited to cores. No, the fans had to tell them that they're unhappy. I also hate the part where they said that it became apparent that players wanted a more free, high quality customization content to chase, earn, and wear. Is that not self-evident that players want that? It doesn't matter what community you're a part of, whatever game you play. Every single player wants good customization that's free and high quality. Why would you want it to be locked behind a paywall and be shitty quality? What kind of feedback is this? I mean, obviously that's the case. You don't even have to tell us that you know this. Like why are you telling us this? That it's apparent that players want this? It's obvious the players want this. It should be obvious before you even release the game. But yeah, as I said, I think this whole blog is just bullshit, and that last part I talked about really pissed me off because it sounds so stupid. All right, that's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, anyways, guys, I really hope this gets better because I want customization to be good in Halo Infinite. I'm excited to see what comes out. And yeah, so anyways, that is going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. Leave a like, guys. Enjoy, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.